Rally cars might be my favorite to do, and this is an homage to another real one. Hi everybody, and a warm welcome back to Maple Leaf Customs in Switzerland. I'm Andrew, and on the bench today is a 1:64 scale Matchbox Datsun 510 rally car. This is the third of four in this year's summer road trip series of buddy builds, this time with Schottys-Diecast. Eve and I met up about a year ago in his hometown of Luxembourg City, not too far from where I live in Switzerland. A year later, and we've decided together to do a rally car theme for this build. Mine is based on a real one, the Datsun Bluebird 1600 Triple S, the winner of the 1970 East African Safari Rally. There are lots of pics on Google Images to guide me along the way, so strap in, because things are going to get muddy. My 510 has a die-cast body with a built-in roof rack, already done in a rally car livery. There's a smoke glass, plastic interior, pretty plain chain. I'll dress that up a bit. And there's a plastic chassis with some good detail on the suspension that can be highlighted. And original plastic wheels. I'll look around to see if I've got something more closely matching the real car. This is a 2mm size drill bit in Euro measurements. I use that to drill out the posts, and a pair of 256 Phillips buttonhead screws go in temporarily to fill the gap. Please make sure your room is well ventilated and that you're wearing your PPE whenever you're using paint strippers on a car like this. According to my wiki research, the Datsun 510 was a series of the Datsun Bluebird, sold from 1968 to 1973. Outside the US, it was marketed as either the Bluebird or as the Datsun 1300, 14, 15, 16, 1800, depending on the engine variant. It was released in Japan in August 1967. In the States, it was launched in October the same year as a 4-door sedan, followed by a 2-door sedan, 5-door station wagon, and 2-door coupe. In Canada, it was sold as the Datsun 1600. Coming soon on my YouTube channel is the fourth and final of my summer road trip buddy builds on a family vacation theme. You'll see a bone shaker all stretched out, a 4-horseman Chevy Impala lowrider, and the very curious Bel Camino. Come on back for all of those as we each round out our summers. As reported at the beginning, my Datsun is based on this real rally car that ran in the early 70s, so that necessitates a red base coat. I'm using Vallejo acrylic paint. I do a test spray on a plastic spoon just to get the air pressure and the flow dialed in. This lays down a beautiful coat using a GHAD 68 from Gaahleri with a 0.5mm needle. Once it's thoroughly dried and clear-coated, I mask off the body, leaving just the roof rack and the hood exposed to apply the secondary color of matte black on both areas. If you clear coat your base color like I did, that pretty well takes the fear out of unmasking. You shouldn't pull off any paint that way, but I still hold my breath. Today's community shoutout goes to Robbie the Pack Rat's YouTube channel, More Than Diecast Cars. He's a collector of all different things, as the name would hint towards. Please take some time and check him out, won't you? I've gone ahead and detailed the roof rack that Matchbox put on their 510, which is clearly not part of the competition car, but is featured in all of the posters for the event. So it's a compromise, but one that I can live with. The Safari Rally is a bone-rattling endurance race, first held in Kenya in 1953 as a celebration of the coronation of Queen Elizabeth II. The event was part of the World Rally Championship from 1973 until 2002, before returning in 2021. It's felt by most to be one of the toughest events in the World Rally Championship and one of the most popular rallies in Africa. Since 2003, an historical event called the East African Safari Rally has been held biennially. It's one of the fastest events in the World Championship, with average speeds over 100 kilometers per hour, that's 62 miles per hour. However, the roughness of the terrain and the long stages meant that the winner was often the most reliable or the fastest cautious driver. The team of Edgar, Herrmann, and Hans Schuler drove this Datsun 510 to victory in 1970, and they won again the next year in a Datsun 240Z, which I've also done a little replica of. Click on the link to watch that video. I want Herrmann and Schuler to be safe, so along with a new 3D printed steering wheel goes a set of safety harnesses. I print these on paper, they're not decals. That's why I black out the edge to go on a black seat. And now it looks like this. The ghost white decals have dried and also been clear coated, which means now comes the fun part of applying the period accurate sponsor decals on my 510. Again, lots of Google Images pics to guide me here. I take the time to source each one of the vintage logos, resize them to fit my car, and print them on a Hewlett-Packard LaserJet printer. It is truly a laborious process to do this, especially repeating on both sides. You see, these are going on individually instead of in one long piece like the ghost white decals did. But this is very satisfying for me in the end, especially when they turn out so nicely. Almost seems a shame to dirty everything up like I'm about to do, but this is not a showcase rally car. I want it to look like it just crossed the finish line. So I'm starting with a pair of replacement wheels that I found in my supply bin. Looks a little more accurate to the original 510 that ran in the 1970 rally. The glass gets weathered, as does the entire car front to back and top to bottom. And now we can have a closer look. You might like a clean car, but I like an authentic-looking rally racer, mudded and spattered like this. You see, I did rhinestone lights on the roof rack and on the hood and the front grille. Those decals are as perfectly accurate as I could determine from Google Images. The roof rack is a compromise for me. Little bit of detailing work underneath, in case it ever gets flipped over. I think the decal work is my favorite part of this one, including lots of lettering and sponsorships too. Here's the super clean Matchbox original version that I started with, already done up in rally car livery. And here's what I think it should look like after traversing the Rift Valley in Kenya. It must be a real thrill to run such a race. Still got a little steam left. Eve and I are going to swap cars that we did for each other for this buddy build, so I'll put mine in a little custom acrylic case featuring some African safari rally background. Then there's the 1970 winner. On its way to Luxembourg City. I hope you like it, Eve. And now I'd like to showcase your work. Eve doesn't have an active YouTube channel, but I asked him to send me these pics, which he happily did. Now we can all see the progress work on 2 rally cars that he created. Lots of detail went into both of these. Smashing work, Eve. Check that out. I like your garage diorama too. The Radfink rally cars. Those are cool. Eve, you are very gifted at this, and it was a real blast for me to do a buddy build with you. Thanks to everyone for dropping in and visiting again today. I hope you'll come back real soon and often. It's coffee time.